Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy to see you. You are welcome to First Encounter Associates. So, this is P2, and for this class, I will be taking you labor market analysis. So, the labor and market analysis, what it's all about, we are going to be dealing with it in this class. So as not to waste our time, let me just give you the helicopter view of labor market. Number one, we'll be dealing with the contextual foundations. Two, we'll be dealing with the context in labor market. So when we say the context, we mean the labor market context, the recent trend in labor market, the labor market implication of recent trend. So like when we say recent trend, what is happening now, coronavirus, is a new trend that will definitely affect the demand for labor and supply of labor. So we also be dealing with three. We'll be dealing with microeconomic foundations, that is supply of labor. So we'll be dealing with demand for labor, that is number 4. We'll be dealing with demand for labor. Number 5, we'll be dealing with wage determination. So all over the world, we have 5 ways, different ways of determining wages. How can you determine wages of workers? So we'll be dealing with that. Number 6, we'll be dealing with working arrangement. The implication of the recent trend will make organizations to adopt new working arrangements. So we'll be dealing with that. Number 7, we'll be dealing with internal labor markets. Internal labor market. So number 8, we'll be dealing with social and microeconomic processes. And number 9, we'll be dealing with unemployment. Number 10, we'll be dealing with labor mobility. Labor mobility. So how labor move from one geographical location to another, whether it's vertical, whether it's horizontal, we'll be dealing with that. So 11, we'll be dealing with trade union wages and employment. Trade union wages and employment. We will also be dealing with inflation, income policy, assertiveness, and stake issue at work. That is number 13. And lastly, we'll be dealing with employability. So let me just go straight to the point because of my time. Don't let me say I'm wrong. So let me go straight to the point. Labor market analysis. The question is, what is labor? Labor or manpower, if you say you call it labor or you call it manpower, can be defined or may be defined as available pool of knowledge, skills, experiences, and aptitude needed for industrial production. Let me take that again. I said labor or manpower may be defined as available pool of knowledge, skills, experiences, aptitude needed for industrial production. In my own personal words, I will say labor is KSA. When I say KSA, it's not King Sunny Ade. I mean labor is knowledge, skill, and attitude that you put to work. Now, if you have knowledge, skill, and attitude, and you are not putting it to work, we cannot refer to it as a labor. So, but when you put it to work, you say that's a labor. So, labor is not that person, but actually what that person has, possess. So, that is labor. Now, let's look at that market in it. Market is a place where buyer and seller meet. Anywhere they meet, we call it market. Fine. Now, that's labor market. Now, let's talk about labor market. Generally, market, before I go to labor market, we have 4 different types of markets all over the world. We say we have commodity markets. 1, we have money markets, we have capital markets, and we have labor markets. Now, our own area of concentration is that labor market, the 4th one. So labor market. So what is labor market? Labor market is a place where employers and employees interact with each other. They interact with each other in order to render services and also take wage. So if you look at it, in the labor market, employers compete to hire the best labor. So, and the workers also compete to get the best salary. And that is labor market. So I can now say personally that labor market is a market where who is the buyer? The buyer now is the firm or the employer. The buyer meets the seller. Who is the seller? The employee that want to render his service, his labor, KSA, to work. That's labor market. Okay. Now, labor market analysis, if you look at it, is holistic. You can call it labor economics or manpower economics. You can also call it, different names: manpower economics, labor market analysis. So now LMA. So we call it LMA in this class. Now, what is LMA? Labor market analysis is the study of the process involved in utilization of available human resources for productive ends. Let me take that again. I said labor market analysis is the study of the process involved in the utilization of available human resources for productive ends. So when you are talking about labor market analysis, you are trying to survey, identify, gather data, research to understand how labor and employer, how they interact, and the effect of their interaction in the economy. So that's what we are doing. So if you look at Nigeria labor markets cross on the back of a legacy of colonialism. So if you look at this country now, our labor market is a reflection of our colonial master style of labor market. So, but unlike Western world that their economy is a developed economy as a result of industrialization that happened. So that one, their own economy crossed on industrialization. Meanwhile, our own economy crossed on colonialism. So let me move on. Now, who are the participants in this Nigeria labor market? We have participants, those that make it work, those that conjure it together. So number one, the employer; two, employee; three, government. So we have government as employer and government as employee, so making four. So let me take it again. One, employer; two, employee; three, government as employer; and four, government as regulator. So let me move quickly. Now, functions of labor market analysis. Function of labor market analysis, that's telling us what we do, or what labor market analysis will help us to do or do. Number one, labor market analysis